I recently just started university. Some things have been happening throughout. I've been taking a little break from YouTube a bit, mainly because of some family stuff that I had to do. And yeah, just trying to work and trying to study and trying to start studying now and trying to do all my essays, my writings, and reading and everything like that. College is really hard, and yeah. And I wanted to let you guys know that last month was my birthday. And I was going to try to upload a birthday haul video, although I didn't upload it because there wasn't enough storage for the video to be uploaded. And yeah, that made me feel really sad, but hopefully that this could be the perfect time to upload, and I want to get started on this. But before we begin, I want to just let you guys know is that I will still try to upload more videos on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. I want to try to do some more, and I will try to do like Halloween videos as well, like trying to do a Halloween special review for an upcoming video. And basically, yeah, and more Big Ass Reviews videos will come pretty soon, and I will continue the DC Film Review retrospective in order to get it done to get ready for Black Adam this to get ready for Black Adam this month. But without further ado, I want to get started with the video. And the first one that I have right here is basically I have Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness on Blu-ray. Yep, I got this on Blu-ray, and I gotta admit, it was absolutely really fun. I thought that I thought that it was really fun. It's not the best. It's not as good as Spider-Man No Way Home, I will admit that. But it does make it up with some great characters and fun story, especially with the Scarlet Witch. And I think Elizabeth Olsen does a really great job with it. Benedict Cumberbatch is as good as the role. America Chavez, she's pretty cool. Wong, he's still cool. And yeah, I also really like about how they introduce us to basically more of the multiverse, like Patrick Stewart's we get to see Professor X again, although this is not the same one from the Fox X-Men universe as we all know. Instead, it is actually the one from Earth 837, I believe. From Earth 883, yeah, that one. Wearing the iconic 90s costume that he wore, pretty cool, especially with Black Bolt, pretty awesome. They even got the original actor from the show, in which I have to admit that show sucked. Yes, I've seen it, and it sucked ass. But anyway, yeah, overall, this movie's pretty amazing. It's one of my favorite sequels out there, and I also really love it. I think Sam Raimi did a really great job on directing this movie and bringing the horror aesthetics and the super aesthetics, since, he had experience with Evil Dead and Spider-Man, and of course Darkman, and overall pretty cool. Just absolutely wonderful. If you haven't seen this movie, go watch it. It's fun, and I gotta admit, it's my favorite of the Phase 4 films of this year. Then I have The Dark Knight on a Blu-ray Steelbook. Yep. Oh, and I have The Predator on Blu-ray. Yeah, this is the worst of the Alien and Predator franchise. The characters are not really that good. The father is really unlikable and is bland. Yvonne Strahovski, Sarah Walker from Chuck, the series herself, is in this movie. And yeah, she's a really great actress, but in here, she kind of feels a little bland. And yeah, she's not really that good in here. And just, yeah, I wouldn't recommend this movie. And yeah, there are some funny moments here and there, and there are some good moments, but then again, yeah. And it's been a while since I've actually seen it. I haven't seen it since I was 15, but I am planning to see it pretty soon, again, for Halloween. Then I have The Dark Tower on 4K. Yep, absolutely underrated. I think Idris Elba and Matthew McConaughey were giving their best performances I've seen. I mean, I've read a bit of the book, but then again, yeah, I think this is an underrated Stephen King adaptation to movie film, released around the same time as It Chapter 1, around the same year as It Chapter 1. But yeah, overall pretty cool. I do think it was enjoyable. Then I have American Psycho, one of the most awesome films I've ever seen. well directed and well written. Absolutely awesome. They adapted it from the book very well. I never read the book, but then again, it is pretty cool. I think Christian Bale did a really great job in playing Patrick Bateman. One of my favorite films, and horror, thriller, and psychological. One of those fucked up movies, but fucked up in a good way. Just absolutely wonderful. This movie is definitely worth to watch for Halloween. And basically, yeah, I definitely really want to see this over on Halloween at some point. And yeah. And then here I have is Sex Tape 2014. By far one of the most weakest comedies that Jason Segel and Cameron Diaz has ever done. Plus, it was directed by the same people who worked on Bad Teacher. Yeah, I remember hearing about this movie as a kid, even though I wasn't old enough to go see it. I just only saw the previews, and that was it. I never seen the actual movie, just the previews. I was playing on the ads on YouTube, and yeah, that was it. But I've seen it, and it was just one of those comedies that are just guilty pleasures of films to watch. There are some funny moments here and there with this movie. I understand that people do not like it because of, yeah, I will admit the characters are like bland as paper, and these characters do dumb stuff like it's Grand Theft Auto or something like that. I probably might do a big ass reviews on this one, but sorry guys. Then I have Gone Girl on Blu-ray, on a Blu-ray book, steelbook, I think. Yeah, definitely a steelbook. I think this is the first one I've collected, but yeah, I found this at Best Buy for like about $13, and yeah, it's pretty good. I think Ben Affleck does a really good job on giving his best performance. Haven't seen it, go watch it. Then I have Coraline. Really awesome movie. Absolutely wonderful. One of my favorite films. I love watching. One of my favorite Leica films in general. Absolutely wonderful. Then I have Baby Driver on a Blu-ray steelbook. This is my second Blu-ray steelbook to ever collect. I loved this movie. I overall really enjoyed it. It's one of my favorite films out there. The action chasing sequences are overall pretty good. The characters are just really amazing. And basically, yeah, Edgar Wright did a really solid job on the directing for this. The action, the car chase sequences that are pretty cool. The music, awesome. Very good music, especially when he had to pay one of the musics for his own pocket money from it. And yeah. Then I have Rough Night. Basically, it's like The Hangover, but replace Bradley Cooper, Zach Galifianakis, and Ed Helms with Scarlett Johansson, Kate McKinnon, Jillian Bell, Elisa Glazer, and Zoe Kravitz. With this, yeah, that's right. Catwoman from the Batman herself is in this movie. Yeah, it's one of those like funny comedies that you might like. It's like The Hangover, but it's different compared to The Hangover. It's a little bit more dark than The Hangover, and it's a little different to The Hangover, but it's like The Hangover, but different. American Graffiti, one of George Lucas's most underrated and classics, and just one of the things he's done before he did Star Wars, and one of the things that he was known for, along with THX 113, which was based on a screenplay that he wrote back in high school. And basically, yeah, just this movie is just awesome, just fun. It's one of those awesome films that, yeah, I mean, looking back on it now, it does seem dated in the 90s, but I still love this movie. I still enjoy it. It's one of my other favorite films, brilliantly directed by George Lucas, one of my all-time favorite film directors out there, along with Steven Spielberg, along with Kevin Smith, along with Phil Lord and Chris Miller, and yeah. Then we have The Sitter. Yep, I love this one. This is pretty underrated. I know there are some people that don't really like it, but I do love it. I enjoyed it. I absolutely really liked it, but yeah, it's pretty underrated though. Neighbors, funny and just a good time movie. I got The Wolf of Wall Street on Blu-ray because why not? I thought that this movie was pretty awesome. I thought it was brilliantly directed by Martin Scorsese, and I thought Leonardo DiCaprio and Margot Robbie give their best performances there. Then I have Jason Rising, a Friday the 13th fan film. Absolutely wonderful. This is like one of the most rarest Blu-rays that I could find. Because if you're gonna try to look for this movie on DVD or Blu-ray, it costs like $75. But I got this from Rose City Comic Con, and I love supporting the creator. I give him my money for this movie on Blu-ray. I really like talking with him. He was overall pretty nice. He was pretty cool. He was pretty great. I really like about how I give my money to support him. And yeah, I can't wait to see this movie, and I can't wait to do a review on it for Halloween month. Cloverfield, classic found footage horror film with monsters. The Iron Giant, my all-time favorite animated films in general. Morbius. I got this because why not? The Batman. One of my favorite films of 2022, and one of my favorite superhero movies in general. Absolutely wonderful. I absolutely love enjoying this movie. It's absolutely pretty great. If you haven't seen this movie, go watch it. I've seen it twice already. The 4 Batman movie collection, which includes Batman 89, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin. I love Batman 89. I thought it was really good. Granted, it's not my favorite Batman movie, but I still enjoy it. I thought it was brilliantly directed by Tim Burton. Sorry about that. I thought it was brilliantly directed by Tim Burton. I thought Tim Burton did a really great job on bringing the style of the character to life. Absolutely amazing. I was surprised that Tim Burton directed Batman 89. I had no idea, because I known his other films like Edward Scissorhands and Nightmare Before Christmas, Corpse Bride, and Beetlejuice, and all the other classic Tim Burton movies. And this one I absolutely really enjoy. This one's overall great. Batman Returns, while not as good as 89, it's still enjoyable. It's still really cool. Batman Forever, a guilty pleasure of a movie to watch. I think Tommy Lee Jones was the perfect casting choice for Two-Face, even though that he's pretty bad in that movie. But yeah, and I thought Jim Carrey was an okay, solid choice for the Riddler at that time. Batman and Robin, a giant disaster, just a giant toy commercial, and just, yeah, if you haven't seen it, just, yeah. And here I have is Batman the Animated Series, the complete series on Blu-ray. I really love Batman the Animated Series. It's one of my childhood shows growing up. I remember renting a few episodes from it from Blockbuster, and I remember I had a fun time watching the series. I love the art style. I love the animation. I love the stories that they have told. I think Bruce Timm did a really great job with this series. Bruce Timm being one of my all-time favorite artists. That, of course, along with Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, Dave Filoni, Akira Toriyama, and basically, yeah, just absolutely wonderful. He brings this series to life, and yeah, the drawing style for Batman the Animated Series is pretty good, especially with the animation style that kind of looked like Superman the Animated Series. But yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty great. And yeah, absolutely one of my all-time favorite TV shows that I really love watching. If you haven't seen the show, go watch it. I will talk about this in my favorite TV shows of all time video, which I am planning to do, but it's going to take a long time because, yeah. Then I have Amazon Prime's The Boys Seasons 1 and 3. I really loved the show, and I absolutely really liked it. I remember that I wanted to I remember watching this show with a friend because, well, I wanted to get more involved with more other TV shows that my friends were watching outside of The Mandalorian and outside of Titans, outside of Doom Patrol, and yeah. But this show is absolutely amazing. It's overall really wonderful. It's one of my other favorite shows. I loved it more than Stranger Things. I love it more than any other show I've seen. If you haven't seen the show, go watch it. It's absolutely amazing. It's pretty awesome. I will talk about that in my next video, which is my favorite TV shows of all time video. Ben Affleck 4 movie trilogy. Evil Dead 1 and Evil Dead 2. I do not have Army of Darkness on Blu-ray, but yeah, I got this. Evil Dead is overall one of my favorite horror films ever made. While yes, it is cheesy, it's still one of my favorite horror films. It just feels great. Brilliantly directed by Sam Raimi. And Evil Dead 2, absolutely wonderful. Improves from the first movie. Brilliantly directed by Sam Raimi as well. Just wonderful. Sam Raimi at his best. Short Circuit 2. Yep, one of my all-time favorite sequels ever. And this improves Johnny Five to become a human being. This improves his character arc, trying to be a normal human being and wanting to be approved by society, and just absolutely wonderful. It improves that a lot more than how it was in the first movie. Just absolutely great. I really like Short Circuit, and I really like the sequel. If you haven't seen the sequel, go watch it. It is amazing. Let me see, what else do we have here? Oh yeah, and one of the Studio Ghibli movies, and that is Spirited Away. One of the best animated films made by Studio Ghibli. One of the best anime films, and one of the best films in general. Absolutely wonderful. I do really like this movie. The story was absolutely really good. The voice acting is pretty solid, especially for the English dub. The animation does look really nice. And brilliantly directed by Hayao Miyazaki, which is pretty cool. Just absolutely wonderful. If you haven't seen this movie, go watch it. I will try to talk about it in my part 2 of favorite movies of all time. Then I have Star Trek Lower Decks Seasons 2. Star Trek Lower Decks is by far one of my all-time favorite shows that I absolutely love watching. I really loved the series. I thought that the series was overall pretty good. And just absolutely wonderful. It's basically meta for Star Trek, but it was made by the fans for the fans, and just absolutely wonderful. I do really like Star Trek Lower Decks. It has like that same animation type style as Rick and Morty, but it's still pretty cool. It still is wonderful, and it's one of my other favorite TV shows out there. One of my favorite Star Trek shows in general. Then I have Uncharted on 4K Blu-ray. I love this one. This one is overall pretty good. Absolutely fun. I think Tom Holland did a really solid job on bringing the character of Nathan Drake to life. And also, Mark Wahlberg does a really good job on playing Sully. Despite that he wasn't the right age as Sully, because Sully is supposed to be an old dude. He's supposed to be looking like Tom Hanks. Maybe Tom Hanks could have played Sully. But, yeah, I think that Mark Wahlberg did a really great job, and I think that the chemistry between Nathan and Sully were pretty good, like it was in the video games, and just, yeah, absolutely amazing. Then I have Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Yep, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, one of my all-time favorite video game movies and favorite sequels, improves so much from the first movie, and I loved it more than the second movie. A lot of people prefer the first. Not a lot of people prefer the first, but I do love the second movie, and I think that is enjoyable, just like T2 or The Dark Knight or Spider-Man 2. And X2 too. Let me see, what else do we have here? Oh yeah, the Alien and Predator Triple Future. Yep. Happy Time Murders. Pretty funny. Just one of those funny films, guilty pleasures to watch. It's like Sausage Party, but, you know, replace the animation with puppets. And was made by the Henson Company. Avatar: The Last Airbender. The Last Airbender movie. Yeah, I got this because, well, I want to see how bad this is. I've seen Avatar: The Last Airbender, and I gotta admit, it was pretty funny. Well, I wouldn't say it's my favorite show, but then again, yeah. This one is completely the worst. Probably more worse than Dragon Ball Evolution. A lot of people compare it to Dragon Ball Evolution. Which, I haven't seen that movie, and thankfully, I avoid it. Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back. One of my all-time favorite comedies and favorite Kevin Smith movies ever made. Absolutely wonderful. Now I want to get to the other stuff here that I got. Something very special, which Sailor Moon. Oh yeah, Cowboy Bebop, all-time favorite anime out there. One of my favorite animes in general, and one of my favorite shows to ever watch. Ghost in the Shell standalone complex. One of my favorite animes, underrated, and favorite shows of all time. Neon Genesis Evangelion. Absolutely wonderful. And then the surprise is coming. I have the entire of the first 3 seasons of Dragon Ball Z, with the Saiyan saga, the Namek and Captain Ginyu saga, and the Frieza saga. Absolutely wonderful. Just, yeah. And then I have Dragon Ball Z Kai on Blu-ray. Yep. I grew up with this version of Dragon Ball Z as well, so yeah. Then of course I have Clerks the Animated Series on DVD. Absolutely wonderful. One of the most underrated shows I've ever seen. I really enjoyed this show, and it's a shame that this show wasn't really recognized until it came out on DVD, and then the show got canceled by ABC, mainly because they aired the episodes basically just not labeling the episodes too well. And yeah, but yeah, I really like about how they got the characters' personalities right, and they do stay true to some things of the movies, even though that they make it more visual gags like Animaniacs or Looney Tunes and sometimes Disney cartoons as well. It still is pretty cool, and it still is one of my favorite shows. Even though that they got the characters' personalities right, mainly Dante and Randall, Jay and Silent Bob, they're still the same characters, but are toned down a bit. They no longer sell drugs. Instead, they sell fireworks. Really? Fireworks? ABC. A Disney-owned channel of all places. Yep. Then I have My Hero Academia Heroes Rising. Yep. I haven't seen this yet, but I am planning to see it pretty soon when I'm trying to rewatch the entire series of My Hero Academia. Then I have Dragon Ball Super Broly. Really awesome. One of the greatest Dragon Ball films ever made. Just absolutely wonderful. Pretty amazing. Voice acting is pretty solid. Broly is one of my favorite characters in this movie. This film introduced me to Broly. I've heard of Broly a bit, but I've never seen him in canon until Akira Toriyama wanted to bring him back in canon. And yeah, this is... Then I have Hot Wheels Acceleracers, one of my all-time favorite shows I really love watching. I remember renting this back from Blockbuster and Hollywood Video, and I remember I had a fun time watching it, especially that I really wanted to get the toys. I do collect Hot Wheels toys, and it's been a while since I've actually collected them, but yeah, I really love seeing the series on DVD, and I got it. Neighbors. The Ugly Truth, Zack and Mary, and let me see, what else do we have here? Oh yeah, and of course, Bridesmaids. Then of course I got some really interesting comics that I really wanted to show. I got the Alico comics that I got from this creator, and I decided to buy these comics for $10 and are absolutely pretty amazing. They are absolutely really fun, and I really love supporting creators, especially comic book artists and writers. Basically, yeah, just absolutely pretty awesome. The guy was also very good. He's like a really good guy, just absolutely amazing. And yeah, go check this comic out. It's overall pretty cool, especially these other 2 comics. And yeah, I have the JSA. I have some of the JSA comics right here. Daredevil. I love Daredevil. He's one of my favorite characters. Another JSA comics. Justice League in cartoons, issue 7th, I believe it is. And of course this one with Yellow Jacket. Yellow Jacket is one of my favorite anti-heroes in Marvel Comics, and he's one of my favorite heroes. And one of my favorite characters because that's Hank Pym, and yeah. And then Here is the Avengers War Against the Gods. And I think that's Drax. Marvel Zombies. Yep, that's right. Marvel Zombies. So I can get ready for the Marvel Zombies show that is coming. It'll be the first Marvel Disney Plus series to be rated TVMA. Along with Daredevil Born Again, maybe. But yeah. Spider-Man 2099 crossing over with the X-Men 2099. Really cool. Really, really cool. I haven't read this yet, but I'm really excited to see it because I really want to see Spider-Man teaming up with the other Marvel heroes of the 2099 universe, aka timeline. Hold on. Got something else to show. Give me 1 second. Sorry about this, guys. What if comics right here, like, what if Iron Man sold out? What if Kraven the Hunter killed... No, what if Kraven the Hunter killed Spider-Man? What if Kraven killed Spider-Man? What if the Avengers had fought Galactus? What if the Sumerian... What if Namor had saved Atlantis from its destiny? Then I have some Power Rangers comics. Draken. Yeah, he's one of my favorite characters. The most favorite character and one of the most menacing villains. He's basically Tommy Oliver, but from an alternate universe. And then there is the Power Rangers crossing over with the Ninja Turtles. Yep. The Power Rangers crossing over with the Ninja Turtles. Pretty cool, right? Yep. Oh, and I also got some manga. Yeah, I do collect some manga. I used to collect manga with Kingdom Hearts and all that, but yeah. I got some Dragon Ball manga right here. And I have other Dragon Ball manga like I have this. Got the Dragon Ball Super manga. Yep. Black Goku. Goku Black. Right here. I got this new Super Saiyan Goku statue that I got from a local anime store nearby. Because why not? I do love Goku and I want to get into more of Dragon Ball Z. And basically, yeah, Goku's one of my favorite characters. And I do really enjoy the character so much. And yeah, he is right next to my Din Djarin, right next to my Red Ranger and my Hunter and C-3PO figure. And then I got this autograph from... Sean Schemmel, the voice of Goku. Really nice guy. Really cool guy. Naruto. Yep. I grew up watching Naruto, and yeah, I watched it back on Cartoon Network as a kid. And of course, I have this SH Figuarts Goku Dragon Ball Superhero action figure. Pretty cool. I got this from the mall. Absolutely wonderful. There's my Marvel box that my grandmother gave to me. And of course, there's my Kamen Rider figure that I got from the anime store. Yep, I got it from an anime store. Pretty cool. And my Smallville Season 1 DVD case. And of course, my Sailor Moon figure. Absolutely wonderful. Then here is Goku, along with his flying Nimbus. Pretty cool. Pretty detailed. I really like the back as well. My Sand Trooper, Bumblebee's 1970s Camaro form. My 501st Clone Trooper, Nami from One Piece. And then of course here is Rey from Neon Genesis. Yep, that's Rey. Another Super Saiyan Goku, and of course there's my Clone Trooper statue, my very first Star Wars statue. I also got this Kanan Jarrus statue that I got. Absolutely really wonderful. Just absolutely amazing. I love Kanan Jarrus. He's one of my favorite characters from Star Wars Rebels. Absolutely wonderful. And I also got some other toys here. Got some new stuff right here, some new toys. Like I got this SH. Hold on. I got this SH Figure Awards Piccolo Dragon Ball Super. Absolutely wonderful. Look at the thing, and then look at the box. Yeah, pretty cool. I haven't opened this yet, but I am planning to open it in the near future. And of course, I have Frieza Force Vegeta. Frieza Force Vegeta from his earlier days. Just absolutely wonderful. Just pretty cool. I got this from Best Buy while I was getting Batman the Animated Series on Blu-ray. Yep. Got some really cool Dragon Ball figures here. And then, of course, here what I have is last but not least, Grand Admiral Thrawn. Yep, Thrawn is one of my favorite villains throughout Star Wars history, and he's one of my favorite characters. I love the Thrawn trilogy. I love reading the Thrawn trilogy. I remember reading it a few times as a kid back in elementary school. And then when Disney bought the rights to Lucasfilm, they said that the stories was not canon. But Thrawn appears in Rebels, and yeah, this absolutely is wonderful. I can't wait to unbox this pretty soon. And that's it. That's all for today's video. I will try to upload on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and Saturdays and Sundays. I will upload some upcoming videos. I'm hoping to upload my next video at the DC Film Review Retrospective and my Halloween video pretty soon. And basically, yeah, thank you guys so much. Got some new art materials. And from Rose City Comic Con, I met another Power Rangers actor named Dwayne Cameron, the Mercury Ranger, and I got his autograph. Pretty cool, right? Yep, definitely cool. All for today's video. I will try to upload more videos as I could on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and Saturday, and Sundays. And basically, yeah. I'll see you guys in the next video.